Is the seller obligated to fix the repairs for the buyer or credit him back? Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Niveen, your local realtor with Berkshire Hathaway. And before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so we can get all the new videos. Now, the short answer to my question is no. The seller is not obligated to fix any of the repairs or credit the buyer back. However, let me take you to behind the scene activities so you know exactly what happens throughout the selling process. When a buyer submits an offer and it gets accepted by the seller, it becomes a purchase agreement. And this is when we open escrow. Usually the first thing the buyer likes to do is to do a home inspection to verify the condition of the house and to make sure that the house condition and everything about the house is good and he can continue in this deal. The inspection company after that gives the buyer and his agent a home inspection report in which there are few things in the house perhaps that needs to be fixed. Let me just say something really important here. Inspection companies, they actually look for 5 major things in the house. The first thing is the roof, foundation, walls, electrical, and plumbing. These are the 5 major things, like fundamental things in the house. And if they are good, then everything else kind of like cosmetic, or it can be fixed. Perhaps the buyer can get a handyman that can fix it, or ask the seller to pay for the repairs. If the buyer is financing his purchase, meaning that he is getting a loan through a lender, usually the lender doesn't like to see this request for repair form. So that's why sometimes the buyer's agent asks the listing agent for the seller to pay the buyer a credit. However, in our business, we always say that this request for repairs form that is submitted by the buyer's agent to the listing agent or the credit back is nothing but a wish list, because the seller is not obligated to pay any of this stuff. However, having a motivated seller and a motivated buyer and 2 cooperative agents make things work. So say, for example, the buyer is requesting 10 items from the seller to be fixed. Perhaps the seller can come back and say, okay, I'm only fixing 5 of them, or I'm gonna credit you back this amount, like 5,000, for example, that you can fix these things with, or they can be applied towards closing costs. One important detail that I would like to mention about the seller's concession to the buyer, which is crediting back the buyer towards a closing cost, it cannot exceed the closing cost amount. Meaning that, say for example, the closing cost is gonna be around 5,000, but the seller wants to credit back the buyer about 10,000. Then what are we gonna do about this extra 5,000? It will be applied towards the purchase price. We are gonna drop the purchase price another 5,000. These are just details that I'm telling you about. However, again, the seller is not obligated to do any of this stuff. But I mean, again, a motivated seller, he wants to sell his house, and a motivated buyer wants to buy this house. So with a cooperation between both of them and the agents, then we can reach a good agreement. I hope this video helped in understanding this point in the selling and buying process. Please don't forget to subscribe. And if you need help with buying or selling your home, we're still on seller's market, so it is a great time to sell. My phone number is 909-631-5301. Until next time, bye for now.